I'm Phil Wurz. I am the operations manager at BimmerWorld. A day can range quite a bit. I kind of do a little bit of everything there. So whether it's helping the sales team, helping other departments like purchasing, warehouse, the shop, involved in a lot of projects, product development things. Yeah, a little bit of everything, including still doing a little bit of sales myself. Well, I started getting into cars. I actually really didn't get into cars until I got my license. Got my first BMW purchased from my brother, which was a 95 318 Ti. And from there, it kind of snowballed into this being something I really enjoyed getting involved in. I couldn't afford to get my car worked on, so I started tinkering myself and started doing maintenance myself, then realized I kind of like doing performance things, and then it all kind of started snowballing and growing from there. Easy, the Bergsteiger. So that car actually was originally my brother's. Gosh, he got that thing back in like early 2000s, and then in 2007 built that thing into a turbo E36 M3, built engine, all the stuff. Really enjoyed getting my hands on that project, and then I bought that off of him a few years later. And well, the car was a super fun street car, but I started going to the track a bit and kind of got the track bug, and that wasn't the best car to take to the track. And well, a tree fell on it, across it, something like that. So it just kind of got a little bit shelved, and I started parting it out, and well, decided to donate the shell of that car to BimmerWorld, and that shell is what became the Bergsteiger. Probably not a whole lot left of it originally anymore on the Bergsteiger, but I still make jokes about that thing. I think I got the title somewhere around here. So yeah, Bergsteiger's mine. A close second would be this blue E30 that I restored. That was a really fun project as well. Current BMW lineup. Well, you're looking at it, got this spec E46 here that I really enjoy. Got my wife's E36 over here. We've got a G01 X3 M40i. That's a lot of fun. My daughter also in the BMW family has an E90 328. So yeah, we kind of got a range of things here for the BMW fam. The Bimmer bus. That thing was a labor of love. That thing is amazing. Me and my wife, Carrie, a lot of you know Carrie, we worked on that thing for about a year and a half, kind of started out as a way to get the dogs to the track, and Carrie was like, why don't we convert a school bus into something? I was like, you're crazy. And well, yeah, scope creep happened, and then that thing happened, and that really was, gosh, we spent a lot of nights and weekends for about a year and a half to convert that thing into a full-blown RV. Really enjoy having that thing at the track. It's our home at the track, a home for the dogs, and just love representing BimmerWorld on it and being able to enjoy that thing. Ended up at BimmerWorld back in 2007. I came out to this part of the state to go to school, went to Radford University, and needed to get a job to help put myself through school. And turns out BimmerWorld was just around the corner, so hit up James, and you know, I'll sweep the floors, I'll do whatever. I'm just looking to get a job, and he hired me on, and I started in the warehouse and was, you know, the shipping department, receiving department, assembly department. It was me and one other guy part-time, and you know, we did various other projects as well, helped out with some stuff on the race team, washed cars, stripped cars, kind of did whatever we needed to do around there. From there, you know, continued on that through my journey in college, and then actually left after I graduated and moved back to Richmond. And a year and a half later, James was talking to James about something and just kind of joked around about me coming back. And well, that turned into a real conversation and came back in, I think, 2013 for a sales position, and just continued to grow and get involved in all of the various aspects of the business. And became sales manager after a few years of that, and just continued to work and develop my skills there and get involved. And then became operations manager a few years ago, and have just continued to really enjoy the growth of the company, the growth of the people there, and just really enjoy my time there. My track background started back in 2013 with the Champ Car program. Part of what we do at BimmerWorld is really embrace the enthusiast aspect from a lot of us that work there, and that was a great program that we had put in place to allow as employees to get on track. And that was a way that I was able to just kind of really start to get into this hobby at a much deeper level. So we raced Champ Car for a number of years. That was pretty intense. I actually had not been on track but once before my first race, and that was quite an experience. Probably not the wisest thing to just hop right in and go wheel-to-wheel racing, but that was awesome to be able to experience all of that, experience the endurance racing. And then I decided I wanted to get involved in sprint racing a little bit. So then a few years later, I got into Spec E30, built a Spec E30, and that was a ton of fun. I really enjoy a spec class where it's kind of comes down to a driver. Came to a realization that maybe I wasn't as fast as I thought I was from the Champ Car days as I got into the sprint racing, and man, these guys are fast. These guys go at it. And that was the time that I really started honing my driving skills, and started to progress through that a little bit. And then the opportunity came up to get involved in Spec E46, so that's what I'm racing currently, this baby right here, and have really enjoyed that. It's a little bit faster class, huge fields. I mean, I think we just had 40 cars in the BimmerWorld club race here at DIR just a few weeks ago. And yeah, it's been fun to continue to hone my skills, and have somehow found my way towards the front, not without a bit of work. It's taken a chunk of work to dig in and find the speed, and it's been a ton of fun to find that speed and hang out up front with the fast guys. I was actually able to secure the BimmerWorld National Championship in Spec E46 last year, which I was not expecting, and have really just enjoyed this hobby and enjoy sharing it with so many people within BimmerWorld, external BimmerWorld, and looking forward to continue to grow with more track stuff coming up. Oh, the GT more. Carrie would call that thing my mistress. I worked a lot of hours, a lot of time, a lot of labor of love in that car. That thing was amazing. I really enjoyed being a part of that project. That was the first BimmerWorld project car that I was really able to put my name on as a project lead, and really take charge in helping the development of parts and help find the speed. We really just wanted to build the biggest, baddest F8X car that we could, and I feel like we achieved that. That thing was a monster. The first time James said, "Hey, you should go drive that thing," I said, maybe on a lower power level. And he was like, "No, you should just go rip it." And I was like, "Okay." And from there, it was on. Once I got to get behind the wheel of that thing, that was some driver development. Some people have actually asked me, how did I get a little bit quicker in the E46 over the past year or two? And I think driving the GT more was a big part of that. As you learn how to handle 800, 900 horsepower on track, well, something like this, things slow down a little bit. So I love that car. I'm really proud of the whole team that helped put that thing together. I'm definitely proud of my involvement in that thing. Not to toot my horn, but I really did enjoy being able to put that together, and then see all the parts that have developed, and then see these parts go on customer cars and then see them at the track and be involved in various other GT More type builds, which really is what it's about. Really even enjoyed seeing other people be able to enjoy their F8X cars. And you know, it's not just about F8X cars, all the BMWs that we help support, but yeah, that one, to see these parts and components that we have put together as a nice package and see these other cars become successful on track because of that, feels pretty good. The Wurz Garage just got an addition with Carrie's Spec E36, so that is one that just got in here. Going to continue to grow with the E46. You know, really the BimmerWorld project cars have kind of become one and the same with some stuff that I'm involved in, so I get to take advantage of those project cars. So that's kind of where my garage gets to expand through BimmerWorld, where we've got the G87 M2 that I have loved getting that thing on track. And well, I don't know that we'll go as crazy with the GT More, with the M2 as we did with the GT More, but that thing is going to get spicy, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how that project develops. And then we've got another race car we're working on, that F32 435 race car project that I think someone's going to have to wheel that thing. So between James and myself, I think we'll probably figure out who that is and have some fun with that car. So I've got some involvement with some project cars, and that's probably my growth plan for cars in the immediate future. Well, Carrie is clearly into this, as just wrapped up this Spec E36 project for her to go sprint racing. She's also got her X3 M40i that she loves as her daily driver. And then Callie, our 16-year-old daughter, who is just recently licensed, has an E90 328 that she so dearly loves and has dubbed that thing Black Beauty. She's also expressed some interest in getting on track, so something tells me she's going to be getting behind the wheel of this thing here in not too long. She's also expressed some interest in a little project car. E30s are super near and dear to my heart, and turns out they're pretty near and dear to her heart as one of her favorite BMWs. So I think a father-daughter E30 project may be in our future, so stay tuned.
Ready to go? Should be an awesome race weekend.
We are ready to kill it this year.
It's good.
It's going to be a wild ride.